I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, and you're watching 30 Days of me, Sonic, on Super Beanie-man Gaming.
When I got my Sega Mega Drive for Christmas in 1991, I also got Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and from the first moment I played it, I instantly fell in love with this character and the franchise, and I continue to enjoy his many adventures on the Mega Drive, as well as loving watching the cartoons and drawing the character in general. And whether it was the Mega Drive, the Master System, the Sega Saturn, or the Dreamcast, I never really got bored of Sonic, and I've continued to love his character and his games to this day. And you can bet if there's a game with Sonic, I've more than likely got it or I've played it. So I figured, as part of the 30 Days of Sonic celebration on Super Beanie-man Gaming, that today might be a good time to just take a look at my Sonic video game collection, because there are some weird and wonderful games in my collection that you may not have heard of before. So let's get on and take a look at my Sonic the Hedgehog game collection.
As you can see from up here, down here, everywhere in this bloody room, it's pretty much a Sonic museum of all sorts of weird and wonderful merchandise and video games. And I thought it'd be a fun little video to just show you all of the games that I've got. Now, I will say I don't have every single Sonic game that there is ever been made. I don't have things like Lost World, Sonic Boom, because I didn't have a Wii U, so I never got those. And there are a couple of other titles that I don't have, but for the most part, I think I have a fairly decent Sonic the Hedgehog game collection. So I thought it'd be cool to show you some games that you might not have heard of before, and even cool to just see some games that you may still have upstairs in the attic, or tucked away under your bed or something like that. So let's just start off with the obvious, shall we? So first up is Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Sega Mega Drive. So this was the first game that I got as a kid with my Mega Drive for Christmas 1991. That takes you back. And I don't know whether you can see it on there, but the label does show a sticker behind it saying not for resale, which is kind of weird. I don't really know what that was all about. Maybe it was the American one and they stuck a UK label over it, I'm not sure. But yeah, this game was just brilliant. It totally blew me away. And what an introduction to the Mega Drive console as well, getting this game with it. It was just brilliant. The music, the graphics, the speed, the characters themselves, it was all just really cool and very memorable, and it was an absolute blast to play through. So the next one is probably another obvious pick, so we're going to go straight in there with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I think is one of the best Sonic games ever made. It's one of the best sequels to a game ever made, in my opinion, and I've still got it, still got the cartridge, still got the manual. It's in pretty good condition, to be fair. I try and take care of my games that I've got, because I like to collect them. I'm not really someone who will buy digital games, so I like to keep hold of the physical ones, because it's nice to just have it in your hand and remember the time you picked it up and you got it and you played it. And I think it's more enjoyable and a better feeling than just having it installed on a hard drive somewhere. But yeah, this game is fantastic. First introduction to Tails as well. So next up, I'm going to just jump straight to Sonic 3 on the Mega Drive, and this is the UK version. And just look at that horrible, horrible box art. It's absolutely awful, and I've never liked that art that they picked for this one. I mean, Knuckles is just like randomly at the bottom there, and Sonic just looks really weird. The American box art is so much better than this, and I was really disappointed with this box art. But again, I've got the manual and the game, and it's in a good condition, this one. And Sonic 3 was a really good game, but it was a shame they split it up into two parts, because if it was sold together all as one complete package to complete the trilogy, then this would have been the best one. But on its own, it's not as good as Sonic 2 in my opinion. But you can see more of that in the review, which may or may not be out. I'm not sure what order I'm doing these videos in yet at the time of this recording. So next up, I'm going to skip that one for now. Next up, we have Sonic and Knuckles with its awesome lock-on technology, as it had a brand new sort of cartridge that allowed you to lock on another cartridge on top and play with that game. Unfortunately, you couldn't do something like have Sonic in Streets of Rage or some weird thing like that. It was just for Sonic 2 and 3. Sonic 1 would give you the bonus stages, but it was mainly to play as Knuckles in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles together to be the complete version. So this was amazing, and I'm shocked they never did any more games with this lock-on technology, because that must have been something for them to, you know, expensive for them to invent and everything. But they never did it with any other game. It would have been cool to see like players Adam from Streets of Rage 1 if you lock it on to Streets of Rage 3. You know, things like that would have been cool. It's a shame they never did it. But one of the worst things about this new cartridge and the lock-on thing is that you had a cardboard box for the thing, because they didn't make a proper plastic box. So this one is just wrecked and it just easily gets ruined, which was really annoying. I've lost the top bit on there as well. But yeah, this was a great game, especially when combined with the others. So now we're going to show you something a little bit different. So this is Sonic Eraser. So this is like a sort of Tetris sort of game, but this was one that was released on only in Japan, I think, as part of like the Sega modem or something. It was like an online game that you would play against someone, and it's really crap, but it was always one that I thought, oh well, my collection's not complete if I don't have Sonic Eraser, is it? But you couldn't actually buy it on like a cartridge. I think it was like built into the modem or something. And I eventually found that someone was making these on eBay, so I got it. And you can put it in the console and it will work, the cartridge works and everything. So that's just a nice little random one that you've probably never heard of before, Sonic Eraser. It's terrible. Don't bother downloading it on a ROM or anything. Right, so next up we're going into like the spin-off sort of territory now, because at this point I think Sonic 1 came out, Sonic 2 was on its way, or maybe it was coming out already. And Sonic was just massive then in the 90s. So he started to get a load of spin-offs, and he also had a cartoon series. And this is what this game, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, is loosely sort of adapting, like with the characters, the sprites at least. They look like the cartoon version of the characters. So this is basically Puyo Puyo. I think I've probably said that name wrong. But again, it's like another sort of like Tetris-y sort of game where you connect the beans into groups of 4 of the same colour to burst them. And yeah, it's actually quite a fun and addictive game, that. So the next spin-off that we had was, get in there you bloody bean machine, was Sonic Spinball. And I wanted to love this game back in the day, but it was really balls to the wall hard, and I really struggled to beat this game. In fact, I don't even think I did. I think I got to that one there, that orangey thing there, and yeah, it used to make my dog howl. She didn't like one of the sound effects, and she would always howl when I was on that stage. And it was really tough to get there because you could easily die, and it was really slow and awful to move and try and get the flippers to bounce you into the right bit to get the switch to open the door to get the emerald. And it was just, it wasn't for me. That was like the first misstep for me, that game. I still enjoyed it, but it was like, it's not what I want from a Sonic game. Okay, so I'm going to finish the Mega Drive stuff first before going to the what do you call it, the Master System. So next up we have Sonic 3D Licky's Island. This was the final sort of swan song for Sonic on the Mega Drive. It came out in 1996, and it has an absolutely awesome cover with a 3D Sonic head there. And I remember getting this for Christmas, or maybe my birthday. It was one or the other. I remember getting home or getting up from sleep, coming down in the morning, and this was just left on top of the telly, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to have a good birthday or Christmas, whatever it was. Probably my birthday, actually. I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And it's like an isometric game. It's basically the flicky game where you get the birds through the portal and if you're Sonic doing it, and it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. That was another sort of disappointing one, to be fair. I've got another Sonic Spinball there, which I'm not really going to point out again. And then we've got 2 more sort of ROM games. So this is a popular fan game called Sonic Megamix, and I really enjoyed playing it back in the day on the PC. So I ended up getting it as a ROM. And it's got a nice cover and box art and cartridge, so it's cool. But this one is my favourite. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Heroes. So this is another ROM hack of Sonic 2. Inspired by Sonic Heroes. So basically, I don't know whether you can see on there, but basically you get to play as all 3 characters at the same time, and you can switch them like the team mechanic in Sonic Heroes, and it works really well, and it's really cool, and it's definitely worth checking out the ROM online if you can. Yeah, But yeah, it's a cool one that I had to have it. So next up we have another Mega Drive game, and yeah, you're probably wondering, well, you've done all the others and the 2 spin-offs, what's left? Well, there's actually another one, and it's called Wacky Worlds Creativity Studio. And this was like their Sega sort of answer to Mario Paint. And yeah, there it is, look. So basically it's like a sort of Microsoft Paint sort of activity fun sort of centre thing, but it's not really that fun. It's kind of a shit one, really. And you can do music and things like that. But yeah, that's one that I've never really played it back in the day. This is one I brought after hearing about it and getting it off eBay, so that kind of thing. So this wasn't one that I had when I was growing up. But yeah, it's a cool one to have in your collection. So that is all the Mega Drive ones, but I've also got a fake one here for Sonic Mania, which I had made. I think I've got it off Etsy. It's a really nice box art cover, and then I've used the cartridge, which I think was in the collector's edition of Sonic Mania, and inside is a ring. So it's basically just a ring holder made to look like a cartridge, which I thought was really cool. And then at a convention, I can't remember if it was like Summer of Sonic or something like that, but Sega were giving away a mock-up instruction manual for Sonic Mania, because it didn't have a physical release at the time, it was just digital, but it's really cool. It tells you about all the devs who made it, and then it gives you some concept art and things like that, so it's a really cool one that I just put in, because like I said, there was no physical version at that point, so I got this one done. And then about a couple of months later, what does Sega do? They announced there's going to be a Sonic Mania Plus. So then I spent more money. So that's that one. So let's go back in time a little bit. So we'll just go off there, and then Sonic's fallen. Ooh! Okay, we'll leave you down here, buddy. You can stay there. So now we've got the Master System versions of Sonic 1. You see Sonic 1 there. And then we've got Sonic 2. And then we've got Sonic Chaos, which is like the unofficial Sonic 3 for the Master System. And these games were okay. The Master System was like kind of like a NES, so it wasn't as powerful as the Mega Drive. So these games weren't as well done. But to be fair, it was a decent port backwards to the Master System of a Sonic game. And a lot of people assume, because this was on the Master System, that these came first. And that's a common misconception, to be honest, because they actually didn't. The Mega Drive version came out first, and because it was so popular, and because I think Master System was still huge in like Brazil and places like that, I think that they went back and ported it to this console because people were still playing on the Master System. So yeah, it wasn't just on the Mega Drive. In fact, it wasn't on the Master System first. You know? It was on the Mega Drive first. Sonic fact for the day for you all there. Okay, so next up we're going to jump to the 32X era, where Sega were just this is where Sega started to be like, oh, what are you doing, Sega? You're on shaky ground here. And this was an add-on for the Mega Drive, the 32X, to give it 32X power. Whatever the fuck that means. And this was the game they put on it, Knuckles Chaotix, because Knuckles was huge at the time. And then there was this new team, the Chaotix Heroes. So it was Charmy B, Vector the Crocodile, Espio the Chameleon, and Mighty the Armadillo. And it was a weird one. It was like a tether thing where you play 2 characters at once, and you're joined by this ring, and you're on like a bungee cord with each other, and it didn't really work very well. You can see it there on the screen. You got Knuckles up here and Vector down there, and yeah, it was kind of terrible, to be honest. It wasn't really a good game. Then we have, let's go with a Mega CD, Sonic CD. Now, I've got to admit, everyone loves this game. Everyone says it's like one of the best Sonic games of all time. But for me, I don't like this game. I don't think this game is very good. I think this is a confusing game to play, and it's not very well designed from a level aspect, because you can't just run through it, and it's just awkward. I don't really like it. I do like the awesome intro, the animated intro, and I do like Metal Sonic, but yeah. Other than that, I don't really enjoy this game. I also first played it on the PC version, and then I later got the Mega CD version. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not really a fan of that at all. And that's probably controversial, but I don't think CD is a good Sonic. I think 1, 2, 3 Knuckles are much better games. So next up we have the Pico, which was like this weird sort of learning tool thing. It was like a tablet almost before tablets were a thing, and you had a pen, and this was a game you could play on it. It's like a book, and you put it into the machine, and it sort of reads it, and it knows what it is, and you get some animation and things like that on it. So that's that one. Okay, next up we have the Dreamcast era. So we're now on Sonic Adventure. So I've got Sonic Adventure 1 there, pre-owned for $2.99. Jesus. And we also have Sonic Shuffle. So Sonic Adventure was a cool game, and I've done a rapid fire review on that, so check that out. But yeah, this was the first one that was on the Dreamcast. And then Sonic Shuffle is like a really bad Mario Party minigame thing with 4 players. Wasn't very good. We've then got the Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2 rather, that's what it's called, what am I doing? And this was the 10th anniversary collector's sort of edition. So within this little bad boy, we have Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast, still sealed, never opened, never opened. Then we have this commemorative book thing. It has a CD in with the soundtrack, and then in this bit here we have a commemorative coin of Sonic. Now you probably can't really make that out. And then we have this little booklet here for the 10th anniversary, and it just has little shots of character art and things like that. It says happy birthday and gives you a brief sort of history of Sonic. So yeah, that's a really cool one. I'm really glad I managed to get that. I think it's an awesome little collector's edition thing to have. It was like, you know, it's the first big sort of anniversary of Sonic, the 10th one. So we also still sticking on the Dreamcast just for now, because we've also got Sega Gaga SGGG, which was a Japanese only sort of Sega simulation. It was like an RPG game where you were working for Sega, and Sega were going downhill at this point, and you needed to come up with a new game to increase their stocks and get them back on #1. And Sonic is in this, and he makes a little cameo. So does Alex the Kid, which is quite hilarious because he's down on his luck and he's washed up. So yeah, that's a really cool one. It's quite rare, I think, that as well. Okay, let's jump to some of the PS2 era Sonics. So we're going to just kind of breeze through a few of these. The first multi-platform Sonic game for consoles was Sonic Heroes. I kind of like this, but I've done a review on the channel, so check that out in the rapid fire review. We then have, I do have Mega Collection somewhere, but I can't find it at the minute. But that was like a compilation of all the Mega Drive ones. Then we got Gems Collection, that had like Sonic Fighters, the arcade game. I think Sonic CD was on there, and then Sonic R was on there as well, which was a really cool little racer. And I've totally skipped out the Saturn, haven't I? Just realised. We've also got Shadow the Hedgehog, which is actually an awful game. Why would you give them guns? It just doesn't make sense. It's awful. We've got Sega Superstars, which was this iToy game on the PS2 using the little camera, and one of the mini games was the sort of half-pipe bonus stage in Sonic, where you would move your arms to move Sonic. And then we got Sonic Riders on the PS2, which I was hoping it'd be like SSX, Snowboarding Supercross, and it just wasn't. It was an awfully clunky, horrible experience, to be honest. So yeah, let's jump back in time to the Saturn era, and we'll show you Sonic Jam. So this was a cool compendium of all the Mega Drive major titles, Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles, and it also had a 3D area, which you can see at the top there, those top 3 screenshots that allowed you to run around in a 3D hub, kind of giving you a glimpse of what would hopefully be the next 3D Sonic game. And it was also had a really cool museum on it where you could look at old trailers for Sonic and artwork and stuff, so it's a really cool little compendium now. Then we have Sonic R, Super Sonic Racing. This game, it was cool. I remember seeing the advert for it with the theme song playing, and I had to get it. But I never actually had a Saturn when I was little, so I eventually brought this years later. I think the first time I probably played it was the Gems Collection, and then I went back and brought this one to play on the Saturn. It's a good game, but it's kind of clunky nowadays. Very hard to control. They kind of control like tanks. Okay, so we're going to jump on to a couple of the PS3 ones now. So we've got the infamous Sonic 06. The less said about that, the better, eh? Sonic Unleashed as well, the next one that came out after it. They kind of made up for it there. And this one was actually a really cool game. I really like it. But again, that's in a rapid fire review, so I don't want to shrivel on about that too much. We've got Sonic Transformed, which was the second racing game. This one was really good. In this one, you could transform your car into a boat or a plane, depending on what was going on in the track. And it was actually a really fun game. It's got loads of other saved characters like Shenmue, I think the dwarf from Golden Axe, Samba de Diego, and Space Channel 5 in it as well. And then they did Sega Superstars Tennis, which had like those sort of characters in again. It all started from that PS2 one with the iToy, the Superstars brand of Sega characters coming together to have a party game. It's alright, it's an alright tennis game, kind of virtual fighter people I think did it. Sega All-Stars, Sonic and All-Stars Racing, which was the first racing game, that was just normal cars, but that's a really fun one as well, and a difficult platinum to get. We then got the American version of Sonic Genesis Collection. I do have the other one somewhere, but I don't know where that's gone. I've got so many games and I don't know where they all are, to be honest. Yeah, so that's that one. Little one here to just randomly show you. The movie on VHS tape, look at that. Look at that retro. This was like the Japanese two-part story of Metal Sonic, and Sonic has to save a princess, and it's the whole, I know everything you're going to do, you know everything I'm going to do. Strange, isn't it? That's that one. Yeah. We've also got some cool Game Gear games to show you. So these are Tails' Adventure and Tails Sky Patrol. These were crap games on the Game Gear, but I thought it was really cool to get them as a nice collector's thing. They weren't particularly great, but yeah, it's a nice little pack there that I've got. They're in pretty decent condition as well, to be fair. Sticking with Game Gear, I guess I should show you some of the other ones, if I can just get them out here. Bear with me 1 second, you just have to look at my back of my head. So yeah, we've got, what have we got here? Well, there's actually Sonic Pocket Adventure first to show you. So this was on the Neo Geo of all things. And again, I don't own a Neo Geo, but I do own the game. Sonic fan for you. Then we've got another Game Gear game, Sonic Drift 2, which was a little Mario Kart sort of racing game for the Game Gear. It wasn't that great, kind of hard to see what you're doing on those sort of games. I've got the cartridge for Sonic Blast on the Game Gear, which you can see there. That was like a sort of, kind of looked like Donkey Kong with the sprites. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog for the Game Gear, which is like the Master System version. We've got Sonic Triple Trouble there. And we've got Sonic Labyrinth, which is kind of like the isometric view from 3D Blast, but it was just awful because you were really slow. Sonic got tricked into wearing slow shoes by Robotnik or something, so you were just really slow, you didn't have your speed, so it kind of sucked ass, to be fair. I've also got some box Game Gear games, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Spinball, which you can see has the Adventures version of Robotnik's head on him, which is kind of weird. We've got a boxed version of Sonic on the Game Gear, which again is the Master System version, and we've got Sonic 2 on the Game Gear box. So I think that's near enough all of the Game Gear ones. Maybe I'm missing Drift 1, I think. So sticking with handhelds, we have Sonic Rush, which is absolutely awesome. I love the soundtrack in this, and it's an absolutely great game to just boost through. Rush Adventure, the sequel, I didn't think was as good. It had a pirate theme and it just weren't as great, but Rush 1 is excellent. I love it. Still on the DS, we had Sonic Dark Chronicles Brotherhood, Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood, RPG game by BioWare. Everyone was hyping it at the time. I kind of think it's a bit shit, to be honest. Wasn't really one of my favourites, and I didn't even complete it. So if I'm a Super Sonic fan and I don't complete a Sonic game, you know it's not that great. I also got this. This is like a fake copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, made to look like Sonic Adventure 2 on the Game Boy Advance. But as you can see, it's just the Master System version. Just a cool one to show. Still portable, we've got the PlayStation portable games of Sonic, which was Sonic Rivals and Sonic Rivals 2. These were just some really crappy 2D, 3D sort of racing games where you would race a rival through a level. They weren't something that I really enjoyed, and I didn't really play them too much. What else? Okay. I've got, it's quite interesting, I've got Sonic Adventure DX on the PC. Kind of like the upgraded GameCube version of Sonic with better character animations and more missions and stuff to do. And then we got the Digi, which was a learning handheld device, and this is a game of Sonic on there. And it's basically taking sprites from like Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, and it puts in learning things. So you have to like learn how to spell things. I got it because it was just pure curious to see what they did with it, because it was the old retro sprites. And yeah, it's not great. All the games are falling. It's not great. Okay. So now we have the Wii collection. So we got Sonic Zero Gravity, which didn't work with the motion controls. I thought it sucked. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, which is the first Mario and Sonic team up, and they still haven't had a proper platformer game together. Why Sega, Nintendo? Come on, sort it out. I'm sick of these Olympic games. I'm sick of buying them as well. Sonic and the Black Knight, which was the second storybook game after Sonic and the Secret Rings, and these were cool games, but if you tried to go backwards, you just couldn't do it because it was like on the rails. It just using the motion control, it just didn't work. But they looked fantastic for the Wii. There were some real nice graphics, especially in this one. But yeah, this one had an annoying theme song that just played all the time. 7 rings in hand, make believe in one. Whatever it was. It was just like, God, shut up. The best one on the Wii though, by far, is Sonic Colors. And it's one of the best 3D Sonic games ever made. Wow, fantastic. Absolutely love it. Okay, we did Tails Sky Patrol, done all of those. So let's move on to some of the, well, the last PS3 one, Sonic Generations, with a cool hologram cover, which I think you'll be able to see it changing from modern and classic Sonic. Great game, cool anniversary game, going through all the old levels. Again, that's in a rapid fire review coming up. We've got Mega Drive Classics on PS4, which bundles Sonic 1, 2, not 3 and Knuckles unfortunately, but it does give you Sonic 3D and Sonic Spinball and Beam Machine, but not Sonic 3 because of the whole Michael Jackson thing. This is another box that I had done for Sonic Mania, yeah, and then this is the actual official version of Sonic Mania, the hologram cover thing, a little art book of Sonic Mania, and the game itself with a cool Studiopolis artwork. Mania is excellent, absolutely love it, absolutely love that game. Then we have Team Sonic Racing, which was the third of the racing games. At this time it's just fully Sonic characters and none of the other Sega ones. And this one's actually the worst one in my opinion. It's just meh. It's like, just, you can tell it's a lower budget for this game. And then we have Sonic Forces. I think that's it. I think that's all of them. And this game was another mech title. It took them years to make it, just wasn't that great. So yeah, kind of disappointing. Also got, I'm just going to randomly show you, the Sonic movie, which was great. We've got a couple of Sonic X DVDs. We've got the Sonic Underground Complete Collection, which is a terrible, terrible show. We have the awesome Sonic Saturn Complete Series, which is a brilliant show. And then we have the okay, kind of annoying if you keep watching it for a long time, Sonic Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Adventure. So yeah, that's it. That's a rundown, a quick rundown, kind of a rushed one, because I can tell I'm talking back to you again. Sorry about that. It's kind of a quick one because I can tell from the preview on the camera that the battery's about to run out. And I kind of want to get this all in before it goes off and I lose the whole video. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all the Sonic games I own. Like I said, there's a couple that are missing somewhere, I don't know where they are. Mega Collection and another one that I can't think of right now. But for the most part, that's all of them. And I hope you've enjoyed this little quick run through of all my Sonic games. Thank you very much for watching. This is 30 days of Sonic on Super Beanie-man Gaming, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Please join me. Come on, you know, you want to. Sonic fans, there's plenty to see here for all throughout the month. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now. I'm going to turn this off before it runs out.